Alright, we got audio. That's fun. We got audio, we got music. Do we have music? Yep. Sweet. Alright. A little bit rushed getting ready here. So we're doing 100k in a bunch. Bunchies. 2 hours 40. Okay. Myself sorted here. Oh, hope everyone's having a good day. Don't need this. Don't need a wallet where I'm going. There we are. Oh. There we are. I need to have a hook for my jackets versus just dumping them on the ground. That's alright. Oh. So, let's roll along. Oh, easing here. Okay, here's this chance to get clipped in. Well, not clipped in, but feet in the pedals. Run the shoes. There's 1 foot in. What time am I starting my stream on Tuesday? Most probably, that's a good question. Most should be about 6:30, 6:35. I'm coaching track and field on Tuesdays, so we finish at 6. So yeah, so I'll most probably go live about 6:35, 6:40, just 10 minutes before. I gotta start scheduling them in Twitch. So yeah. Man, I gotta work out what view to set up for ES mode. Yeah, race starts at 6:45, so I'll be on my team's Discord before then, but most probably do it, yeah, like with go live at 6:40 once everyone's in the pens. Let's go both. Alright, here we are. Exactly. Yeah, so I'm captain, so I get access to my own link. Which reminds me, I gotta check. Should have got them by now. But yeah, so there's two options. This race is in Neokyo, so you can either go into Pen E and watch from there, but the only problem with that is that you can't ride, otherwise you'll screw it up. And I'm not sure, being such a short race, I most probably won't ride. The other option is you just go somewhere in the world, and then I'm going to show you what to do. So I'm going to bring up my iPad. Alright, here we have. So now this is the iPad in companion app, so you kind of have to use this to get in, and then you got to go more. Is it more? Yeah, okay, so I'm in the more, so home screen's here. So you go to the more menu, and you go find ZWIFTers, then you got to search the name. So you don't have to be in the same ride as them, but I'll just use this. Is where you just need to know your teammate's name. So let's see, what have we got here? Okay, see. Then you find the person. Now I'm not sure. Oh, there we are. Now my only problem is my companion apps. Not finding them at the moment, or not hooked up, which I don't really understand why. Let's just do the quick. Okay, so now this is going to work. Okay, so yeah, so once again, oh, better hurry up here. Go more, find ZWIFTers. No, we got a Canadian doing this one. This guy, it's not. No. Too many people with that name. Here we are. So we got this guy here, and so then, but then you can go fan view, and then I'll find him or her in the thing. But I'm just going to click the back to me. But yeah, so that's kind of what I do. So I'll go into the world. If the world's not on the map that day, what I do is create a meetup and then just quit it and then do the same thing. But I don't like being in the pens if I want to roll around and ride. But yeah, that is that. But yeah, there's a team car pen, which is E, which is team cars for anyone who's doing team cars. So I'm just gonna turn off my iPad mirror. It's not that exciting today. and leave the chat up. Alright. Mute for a second here, turn on the fan. Alright. We have fans. We have the window open. Oh. Suppose I should clip it, put my footfall in the second shoot. What's in? Wrapped up, we're done. See how this goes. 8 o'clock's a bit late, but there is a, actually there's a, ZWIFT Insider has a thing of how to watch, but the best one I find is actually going to that world, just then you don't have the stress of accidentally leaving the pen. Like, actually, this would be interesting. Too many events going on soon. Because you can actually, as long as the event's in the same world, you can mostly do it while. I wonder if I could do it while I'm doing this road. I want to give it a lot. So if we get, what events are there? Nine o'clock, is that the next? Gotham. Yeah. Now, if I remember, at 9 o'clock I'll do it, because theoretically I can sit in this event and watch somebody in another event. That, or I'll just crash the whole system. Interact with chat. Yeah. So if I do get it to work, I'll clip it in Twitch. But I'll wait till 9. If I remember. Jump off a couple of pedal strokes. Oh, I don't even have my camera showing. Why is my camera not showing? Not that exciting, but... There we are. We're alive. Camera up. Nearly 10k down. I don't know what the lag is here. It's about 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah, so 100k's, pretty self-explanatory, nice easy pace. And yeah, so we're on this, so we'll be here for a couple hours. And we get to block the user on YouTube. And good thing about YouTube, just get to block comments. I had to find a better bot. Got to out 10k's in 17 minutes. 170. Yeah, I'll be on the 240 range. I'll make this a bit bigger. We get down the bottom here. That little blue box is ZWIFT activity monitor. It's showing, could work it out eventually, but essentially normalized power, average power for the ride down the bottom. And then on the time periods, because I think this is the most recent 1, 5, and 20s. So 2 hours 42 is the expected finish time. 20 minutes in, can have a gel. Don't have any real food in this room. Gonna start and eat some stroop waffles. Sometimes good. I don't microwave with burritos or something, but that's a bit silly. Yeah. I'd be against having a microwave in this room. All right. It's our next milestone, 12.5k. Then we can extrapolate. Okay, 12.5, so at 2019. So we times that by 8. 820s is 160 plus 820s. Yep, 242. Then I remember at 9 o'clock let's try and do a bit of a test of DS mode. Oh, so we'll do a bit of a go okay here, and all right. So let's see. Oh, something like that. We're just going to do a bit of a tour of the room, just because we can, at some point. We'll save it till we had a few people watching. Ooh, dad joke time. Down a gear. Try and spin this a bit more. Big right here. Big group. That's pretty cool. I heard the guy who invented knock knock jokes has been awarded a Nobel Prize. That's pretty awesome. Gradually building out a couple different scenes. So this is the full screen mode. Let's see if it switches across. Get to see ZWIFT in all its glory. Want to do a bit of a scroll bar horizontal at the bottom though. That one. This will be good for following the races and the like. Where are we? Are we dropping down a bit? Yep. But we'll go back to the main one. What? First time I've ever seen crypto chat in the bunch. That's good. Now we're in the group. Raft is so much easier in the group. Well, I'm gonna had it some type, so there we are. Nice friendly group, so that's good. There we are. Some more engaged YouTube chat. Pacing, I don't know, is pace ramping up or am I just not paying attention? Maybe both. Oh, yeah, I remember 9 o'clock. All right, nearly 20k in. give some thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, there we are. Oh, let's just do that without getting dropped. Nearly dropped, nearly dropped. Should have used up my arrow, get some free spinning. All right, 20k down. 32.16, so that's 65. 210. Yikes, yep, get on. 42.16 is the target. Oh, what's with my... Didn't hit start on my virtual watch. Need to just get my new heart rate strap. Don't trust the heart rate monitor on the chest at the moment. Using a watch, but if I forget to hit a button, it drops out after 30 minutes. All right. Oh. Go see what's happening in the Twitch world. About 3 of us streaming on Twitch at the moment. Spin it up. There we are. So, I don't know. What else is going on in the world here? Got the mic going through that, so it's good. That's something out here. All right, let's see. We're gonna be wondering if this is picking up any of my audio. Ooh, here we go. Spin up. There we are. Back on. Okay, so Oh, as we go here, mucking around with settings. Okay. There we are. Now we're back on. Where'd my mouse go? Where'd my mouse go? Oh, let me find the article on that kicker. Why, my YouTube, trying to work out why I'm not getting my audio to match in. Spin up here again. There we are. Let's see. What am I doing? We'll try and mute the main speakers. Actually, we'll just turn off the music here for a sec. Oh, that part's good. Nice. Oh, another beautiful comment from YouTube world. He doesn't annoy me at times. It's okay. 30k down. Enough, catch back on. All right. Oh. Alright, so that's a bit annoying. But oh, now we get new music. What do we need music? Let's spin up and then we'll work this out. Mucked around with my sound settings too much. Now I only have mic. I have mic. Let's see why we don't have. Oh, so we have that music. Somehow muted everything. Just created chaos. Oh, nothing like the crazies. Crazies. Alright, let's do some pedaling here. Get back on. There we are, back in the groove. There we are, that's better. In the group, cruising along. Okay, so we're gonna test something else in a second here, but let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So where are my headphones? That's funny. Really funny, really funny, really funny. I have been looking at the wrong scene the whole time. I've been trying to fix something that's not a problem. Ah, that's funny. So I bet you. Or maybe not. Let's just chase back on here. Defend. Let's go. What I get for mucking around with settings. Aaron. All right. Oh, that was a painful little sprint. There we are, back on. Spinning away. So what I'm trying to do here is work out if I can capture the audio from Chrome, which for some reason is not playing nice tonight. And I'm wondering what I've done. That's causing it. Well, having a bit of fun here, rolling along 100k, 40k down, nearly. Come on. Give up in a sec. Got something else to test out. So at least YouTube's not going over the top, that's the main thing. Fix that a bit. Turn it up. $40K done. And there we are. We're back on. An idiot? Yep. An answer in the chat if you want. I'd like that. All right, there we are. So we're gonna go find something else. Actually, gonna have a bit of double music here for a second because we can. Apologies. And then you should pick it up. Does it not like taking two audio sources at once? Alright, well, we may never work that one out tonight. Let's kill some time. So, alright, what we're going to do now is we're at 9:10. What are we into the stream? Okay, start at 1:10. Alright, so g'day. What I am doing now, I'm going to show you how to write in ZWIFT, well at the same time seeing doing DSing or watching your friends race another event, so, or just a random person in this case. So see up on the right hand side I've got my ZWIFT activity, sorry, ZWIFT companion up. So I've just gone to more find ZWIFTers, and I know that a Seth N is doing a ride, and of course I picked somebody who's private, so I can't do it on. Let's go. Okay, so Kim is doing this, cool. I think he's doing the welcome to ZWIFT ride. Let's get back on here. Is he swifting now? I do not know. He was signed up, but maybe he's not. Alright, we're going to have to try this a bit different. So we'll go more events. Maybe we'll have to try it in a little bit here. That was a failed experiment, number one. And they have one theory of how I might be able to recover this. Robert McClellan. I wonder if he started. So we're going to try and find okay, he is writing out. So, alright, here we are. So, I am riding in the Endurance Nation ride, doing 100k, but I wanted to watch a bit of the Welcome to ZWIFT ride, so I found give him a ride in first. Now I can go fan view, and you can see, got Robert is doing workout. He's doing the TDZ warm-up ride, and from here I can actually use my screen to jump around, jump up and get down in the race. So this was ZRL. I can do this while at the same time as watching that, and then if I want to go back to me and see how much distance I dropped, was that much, and I can do that. So we'll go through that flow again in a second once I catch back on. So we are in stream. Go an hour 15 in, and then we can clip it. All right. So to do this. All right, so BS in ZRL, but you still want to get some miles in while you're on the game. Here we are. So I'm in companion app, and I'm going to go in my normal map. I'm in this ride, which is the Endurance Nation 100k, and I go more, and I go find Zwifters. And I know Robert McClellan. There we are, Robert McClellan. I know he is doing Tour de Zwift right now. Might be relatively new to Zwift, but that's awesome. Oh, level 20, doing awesome. So I want to watch him in the race. So got no more Zwifters, and then I go fan view, and boom, now I'm in the middle of the Tour de Zwift warm-up ride. Watching along, can jump around different folks. So I click around on the screen, give a few ride-ons, everything like that. Main thing is you have to be, whatever you're doing, you have to be in the same world. So this is a good alternative if you're in the pens versus being in the pen where you can't ride, otherwise you'll potentially risk your team being a DQ. And then you can go around, do that. So you basically just have to find one of your teammates. You have to use that finds Zwifters though. For whatever reason, it won't tell you that's friends or whatever are Zwifting. And then boom, you're done. So, I suppose I'm just showing the click arounds, but that's okay. You can do that here in a bit. So we got so you can just go click around here, follow the race, give a few ride-ons. But I think I might have dropped here a bit. So yep, I have. So now I'm going to put in some miles to get back on. We'll turn off the iPad mirror and we'll go. Yeah, so that's how I'll be doing ZRL. Yes, and now I got a pedal. Good leg opener. Oh, there we are. Yeah, cruising along. This is fun. Oh, here we are. 47k. Good. Paying attention now, sitting in the group. All right, here we are. Oh, here we are. The hamstring's a bit tight. Oh. Moving along. Not singing any songs. Yeah, rolling along. Let's see. YouTube comments. 40k to go. It's pretty along here. 100k. Let's see, what do we got to talk about? I'm gonna get to here, 100k. That'll be good. We'll be done at 10:40. We'll be done at 10:40 at night, I think. I'm wondering if there's a race or something at 11. Let's have a look. Doing a 100k race. Might should be enough. I'm track for 2 hours 40. Grab another gel or something soon. Currently had one. All right, so here we go. We are 38k to go. That's awesome, second 100k. Give them right on. Yeah, so we're rolling along here on ZWIFT, 100k. And somehow stopped my view, but that's all right. We're on here ZWIFT. So But yeah, so we got 38k. Go Saturday night here in Vancouver. Hey, how you doing? How has been job? I was like mucking around just trying to get in 100k base here while I was jumping around, having to watch other people suffer on Twitch. Mucking around with my audio. Awesome. Thanks, Barney. It's the quiet time in ZWIFT on Twitch at the moment. It's actually the quiet time in ZWIFT normally as well. So, I don't know. Keep on saying I'll ride earlier in the day, but life and that ended up hopping on the bike 8 o'clock Saturday night. So, I wanted to get in 100k. So, yeah, and I've done Venturp once, and it was what's the most, I don't know, what's the most fun? I like going to there's a halfway point, which is, that's kind of nice. But today I went for the easy option to get in my ride. I was either do a workout, or I had to pay attention, or just roll back and forth here. And then just doing that, trying to get some base back in the legs. Had a pretty dismal couple months at the end of last year training wise, so it's meant to do Ironman Canada it got moved end of September, and so that got cancelled or postponed. So basically swam, did the odd ride, did the odd run, but getting back into it for now, just paying the price of it. But it's all good. This group's actually a pretty cool group. Yeah, Aussie living in Canada. Well, I know, been here 16 years now, so originally from Adelaide, lived in Melbourne, moved here when I was 25. So this is home now. Moved my parents here a couple of years ago. So, but still have the accent. Although when I went back to move my parents a couple of years ago, people would ask like, so where are you from? You're Irish, South African? It's like, no, from here. So, but I think the accent's coming back because I'm not actually talking to a lot of people in person with the pandemic, just over the phone and video. Yeah, so I met my wife in Australia, but she's from Vancouver, so moved here, and we're here a few years, well, 4 years before the Winter Olympics, so got to watch that in person, which was awesome. And then now we kind of settled into a place just outside of Vancouver called Steveston, about 30 minutes from downtown. And also, if you've ever watched Once Upon a Time, it is a storybook. So, for those who've watched that, yeah. And then, yeah, so today just getting a longish ride. And then tomorrow, pools are still open, so we'll be able to get in a swim. And then go for a run while the kids have got swimming lessons and doing some sports. So kind of the weekend plan. Snow on the ground outside or parts of it, so it's kind of running at the moment is very much just don't hit black ice versus any pace. but that's all right. Yeah, so we we were, when I was filming, you'd walk into Steveston or Storybrooke, and then you'd see different scenes. So cause we're about 250 meters from the what was the clock tower, or the building the clock tower was CGI'd on top. So no, it's pretty cool. So, and then yeah, like you used to see a lot of people actually come into town to watch them film. So as well, so and Granny's Cafe was it's actually changed hands a few times, but when we first moved here, that used to be the place we used to go to all the time for breakfast. So yeah, a fair bit gets filmed here in Vancouver. So in different parts, but yeah, Steveston gets a bit of I think also get the odd, we don't get as many of them, but a lot of the Hallmark movies will do scenes here. So in July, which is the middle of summer, have the fake snow out around the post office, and filming scenes for like a Hallmark Christmas classic. That's good for the economy. Yeah, for those watching, yeah, so Aussie moved to Canada mainly race duathlon and try when there's stuff on, but hasn't been much on the last couple of years. I've always ridden inside a lot, pre-ZWIFT and the like, so, but much more entertaining now. There's now a ZWIFT, so and then do a little bit of bike racing here. It just depends what's on the season schedule, just because of the risk of a bit higher risk of breaking stuff. Which, touch wood, haven't done, but just with the crits and stuff like that. So this year this year is the combination of every race that has been postponed since 2020. So I'm doing a race called, the first triathlon will be a local pool triathlon, UBC triathlon sprint in March, which normally means riding, pool swim, then riding outside in like 3 degrees. So, but it's a race. And then Victoria 70.3 half Ironman in Victoria, BC. So that's at end of May. And then come end of July, doing a race which is called U520K Canada, which is essentially, it's always politics and triathlon, but Penticton used to have Ultraman, then went to this brand. Now Ultraman's actually back, but this is a independent 3-day triathlon. So first day is 10k swim, 140-ish k bike. Day 2 is 270k bike, and then day 3 is 84k run, and kind of a dirt back road. So you go up and over a hill between Princeton and Summerland in BC. So that was always kind of the goal for this year, but I was meant to do Ironman Canada last year as the well, actually the year before, but as the warm-up, and they didn't happen. So the way it's going to work now is going to be not Tour de Victoria, it'll be Victoria 70.3, but Tour de Victoria is actually a pretty cool event. Never had a chance to do it as well. But yeah, and then after U520K Canada is like Ironman's 4 weeks after, but it's in Penticton. Wife's family's from there originally, so we'll see how we back up. But I know some friends who've done something similar, and it's doable. It's just a matter of how you recover from that run. So that's kind of the season plan. So just trying to get the miles in now. Nice. Yeah. When is Tour de Victoria this year? Is it back to? I know it's moved around a bit, but like the roads in Victoria, BC for riding are awesome. So it's fantastic. It end of August, sweet. Yeah, I used to do there used to be an event in Victoria, which was on every year. They were definitely not running it to make money because it was like 80 to 100 people. But it was a 270k ride from downtown Victoria out through Souk to Port Renfrew, and then across to Lake Cowichan, then back through Duncan, and then up to basically the Malahat at the top of Shawnigan Lake. So that was 235k. And that was kind of like the finish of the ride stroke race or whatever it was. And then you neutraled, just rolled into town down the Malahat and then by the Goose to the post-race event. So it worked out like 270k, but they used to be awesome. And I just got to kill my comments on the to work out how not to get as many YouTube spam comments. But yeah, so that loop, and it was like super well supported. They had like motorbikes with bare wheels, water bottles. The group I rode it with, like we'd normally have like 10 or 12 people, and one year we actually had a team car. So, but it was a mission to put on, no doubt, for the people. And it was like cheap. That was the other thing. It was like you got like a dinner, breakfast, food everywhere along. So yeah, no, that's the nice thing about the organized rides. It's just not needing to worry about traffic and that. I'm thinking about doing there's a gravel one up in around Penticton in June. It's like 204k on gravel. So with doing my race in July, that's what I'm looking at as the lead in to do on that front. I'm just gonna grab a gel here. Yeah. So let's drop everything. You know? Alright, there we are. But yeah. That's why gravel's getting so big now. Just like so much less stress, for want of a better term, with cars and that. Here we are. Gotta keep on here. Oh, yeah. But for those who haven't been to BC, some really good riding in Victoria. last year in September, I actually rode up not a huge ride, but up the coast from Duncan or Maple Bay to Nanaimo Ferry, which is cool. Some really nice little back roads, everything there. And then Vancouver, did some nice, where I live in Steveston, Richmond. I can be like, I'm in the city, but within about 6 minutes, I get about a 55k loop, which is all on farm roads. Then if I go over one bridge, then I can easily do 140k or so. And the problem with that loop is like it's flat, so not that hilly. And then we got the North Shore here, so there's a ride called the Triple Crown, where you go up to 1,000 meter, 3,000 foot climbs, and then another one you get about, I want to say it's about 800 meters up. So I think it works out to, by the time you get all the transiting and that, it's around a 10,000 foot day. But the Gulf Islands as well, lots of cool riding. And then where we go in the summer to visit family and that, Penticton, awesome riding. Like, can get hot, but nice riding. Got some climbs, got rolling stuff. It's all pretty sweet. So, like, gravel is getting big here, like really big. So, yeah, so that's gravel's getting big. So, going to gotta get myself, try and get a hold of a gravel bike, do a few events. I like a single speed gravel bike, but because where I live there's no hills, so down a bit here. Left hamstring's a bit tight. Yeah, the logging roads there, it's like awesome. So done a little bit of, got kids so don't do much of it, but a bit of bikepacking and stuff with a buddy, and think I'd like to go there for like a 2 or 3 day. Been living here 16 years now, not as afraid of the bears as I used to be. Respect the bears, but not afraid of them. The cougar scare me though, and the island's got those, but not much you can do. If they want to say hi, they'll say hi. This week I got to put the schedule up, but I'm going to be BSing for my ZRL team, which is ATP, on Tuesday night. Might race a bit more in a few years here. A few weeks. But then a few other people get a start while I get my mileage in. And then, yeah, so I'm DS for that. Then might find a few races to jump in, or a race actually. Really just trying to get in miles and workouts, get some consistency. Might jump in a race tomorrow though, we'll see. We've seen a few bears on roads. I know of somebody who was riding up in Vernon and they hit a bear descending. Triathlete, cyclocrosser Nathan Killam smoked a bear coming down the descent. Well, the bear came out, smoked it. But yeah, my worst one was I was riding with a group and I flattered. So I'm like, and we're just doing a little climb in waistband. And I was like, oh, just like, it was like slowly. So I was like, well, right to the top and then that. And then I see like, as they go about 30 meters in front of me, just a bear and its 2 cubs just like wander behind. So I'm like, yeah, I might just wait down the bottom of the hill, fix the flat and then catch up. So, but we definitely don't get them in Vancouver. That's for sure. But once you get to North Van, there's a good gravel ride, which is from the sea to sky, like halfway from Squamish to Whistler. That's pretty cool. So I had the bear bells. I rode back from Whistler to Squamish on it, and I had the bear bells on the bike, as well as the had the bear spray like basically attached at the handlebars just in case, because you kind of, it's a good one to be hootering and hollering. You're kind of coming around corners and that you just don't want to, the bears don't care about you, but you just don't want to surprise them. I grew up, when I moved here, I was like super worried, but I actually got a, my wife's cousin's wildlife photographer. So if you're in BC, 2 of the, like the custom number plates that you can get, one is a lake and one is a bear. So that's actually his photo. So he's based up in Canmore, but a few years ago, went up and visited him and he took us out, like just what he does to, he was shooting wolf, like taking photos and tracking wolf pack up in around Banff and Kimberley. They actually took us, and so you're walking out into the bush and everything like that, and once you kind of like work out like you want to have your bear spray, that's kind of like the main thing, but kind of got a lot more comfortable after a few days just going through and mucking around with that. But if you do happen to stumble across a dead animal or carcass, and that's a good time to get the heck out of Dodge. That was like the main lesson. That actually kind of helped me get over my I don't know, I wouldn't say fear, but still have a very strong respect for the furry animals. But growing up in Oz, I know like all the creatures there never worried me, but it's what you get used to. Alright, 23k to go. Michael Jordan's number. Yeah, those water bottle holder bear sprays are pretty awesome. I kind of rigged one up in essentially a feed bag at my can't really show it here, but it was like just at the bars and stem juncture. Yeah, so for those watching, this is the Cycle Nation Endurance 100k. So got a few things here. I'll expand it up, see what I'm at. But we got I like ZWIFT activity monitor, which is actually pretty cool here. So this is a pretty chill ride. 160 average watts. Then normalized a bit higher because I was mucking around with stuff early in the stream. Get dropped. And then off memory, I haven't really fully tested this out, but I think how this works is the 1, 5, and 20 minutes is live data, which would make sense. So you can see here the last 1 and 5 and 20 minutes average watch. So yeah, that's what that is. But that's pretty cool. So it's only a PC like plugin you can use, but it's been handy. Be something else instead of having to go to menu all the time or run another head unit. Yeah, thanks anyone who's followed along. Apologies for not. Hardcore's followed, awesome. K-Byte, thank you as well. Bike, yeah, let's see who else we got. Need to get better at watching the various chats. Yeah, so ZRL will be Tuesday, so we'll watch that. It'll actually be fun because when you're watching, you can jump around, watch people in the race. And then didn't last season, but season before, normally try and cut, especially my races, but I'll do it for this one as well. It's down into 5 minutes. And I know one season I cut down for the 8 races, the exact point I got dropped in every race from the lead group. Because varying parts of suffering. Yeah. About 35 minutes to go, I'd say. Maybe a bit less. Ooh, running away from the... And then next week, my week is, yeah, so starting to get to theoretically a normalish week. So kids are at least starting to go back to school. We'll see what happens. But and then stuff starts up. So on Tuesdays, I coach. I'm helping coach track and field for local club here, KJAX, and their junior development program. So 9 to 13-year-olds. So I do that. I'll be doing that across like the next, most of the year, but the next 3 months, my commitment's like most Tuesdays and Thursdays after work. So that'll be fun. So normally get in a bit of running there. I do lead a ride on ZWIFT on Thursdays or help lead, but it's a bit of a conflict with that, so we're trying to work out if we move the start back a little or not. That's a cycling tips ride. That's on Thursday night Pacific time. It's like 45 minutes at about 2.2, 2.5 watts. And then, so that'll be kind of the normal thing. And then tomorrow, Sundays, I got the kids in swimming lessons, so me and my partner will go for a swim during that, and then going to take the then the eldest has softball practice after, and so when she's doing that, because we're not with that one, we can't watch or anything. I'll go for a run for an hour or so. So everything's subject to change, obviously, at the moment with variants and that, but we just do what we can. And yeah, try and find that balance. So got boosted earlier this week, so that's good, but we'll see. And then yeah, and then I swim with a group Tuesday and Thursday nights, so it's kind of like the skeleton of my week. So I got like 3 scheduled swims, I suppose, 2 organized, and then the riding, and we go from there. That's the plan. And just been mucking around with the stream, and that good thing about the stream is just, you see you're doing 100Ks, it's a good way to hold self accountable, especially when not able to do like not doing big group workouts or anything. So it's kind of nice, and just learn some new things. In the computer, so my day-to-day job is it's in IT with data and analytics, but a few things I pick up here just mucking around this stream that I can use for presenting and stuff like that. So good. Yeah, if you got any questions, about half hour to go here. See what we're averaging there, 2.05 watts a kilo for the ride leader. Yeah, shoot them in the chat, and I'll do my best to answer. ZWIFT goals, well not ZWIFT, well kind of ZWIFT goals, but ride goals this year will be I don't know exactly what's per kilo goal is interesting to me, just because, especially if what I'm training for is going to be about sitting at about 3 watts a kilo for a long time. Actually, even a bit less. So, but my aim is to get my FTP watts a kilo at the moment. It's most probably about 3.6. Once I get the mileage back in, it should get up to 3.8 or that quickly. So, ideally like to get it up to, haven't set an actual goal yet, but be nice to get it up in like the 4.3, 4.4 by the end of the year, but a lot of that's more going to be an outcome goal versus a process goal. For that, if I do enough riding, everything like that, life will be good. But what I mean is then would be good to race, get up into A class in the racing. So, second part of that, which will help with that, is like, if I get back to my normal run volume, then we'll get a little bit leaner. Once again, it's like, I'm not a person to chase target weights too much, so just getting that balance, but forget that, yeah. But when I run a fair bit, the weight I just tend to lean out. So yeah, so and then for running, I know, managed to do it last year, so I'll have it again this year, which is a sub 5-minute mile. Did that in September, basically after Ironman was cancelled. Had an opportunity to go do a track race. They did a I think it went like 450 or something. Frustratingly, not 449. But I just wanted to break 5, so just hadn't raced a mile in a few years. So it'll be that, and then from doing that, it'd be nice to get back under 70 minutes for 5K. Which should be possible. I was relatively close last year as well. But a few factors on that. But and then swim's always been a mental struggle for me, but actually enjoying it now. So once again, it'll be a bit more process goals, but let's ease back to the group. But my aim for an Ironman swim would be beautiful, would be sub an hour, but if I come out at sub 105, then that's all good. So we'll see. The training for a 10K swim should get me fit in the water. That's kind of like the goals there. And then and then race goals. Talked about race goals a little bit for the year, but main target races is this U520 Canada, so 3-day triathlon, and then Ironman Canada. And for like Ironman Canada, I like to go basically like the target goal will be like 9 hours 30, which means then, but like Ironman's so hard, just weather can be different, anything can be different on the day. So for what 9 hours 30 is like, essentially that'd be like, give that myself as like, that's a grade time, B 9:45, C sub 10 still awesome, and then like a plus or whatever would be sub 9:15. But it depends how like consistent the training can go. That's that. So yeah, we'll see. But then one thing I've learned from the last couple of years from doing this year is I'm going to set some type of event or target that's not race related most months. So I'm trying to decide what to do for January. Might be like a long ZWIFT ride. As hamstring gets tight after this far. But yeah, long ZWIFT ride. Or maybe something swim. Maybe I'll do a bit of a swim challenge, like 150s or something. Thanks. Great to chat to you. Good luck with your training for the Victoria Fundo, 160K. That'll be fun. And watch out for bears. Yeah. Should give some ride-ons here as we go. Need to put some apps in here. There's a ride-in plugin that you can grab. Shows each way. Still in the pack, so that's good. 87, unlucky number for only Aussies. 13 away from 100. Reminds me, see what's happening in the cricket. What is happening in the test match? Oh, it could be a draw. Well, we'll see. How long is left? 18 overs. Well, it could be a close one. Alright, so list to just maintain or work on is my left hamstring a bit here. Just a bit tight. Yeah, if anyone's got any ideas for my January challenge, I haven't been running that much, so it will not be a run challenge. But 200k on ZWIFT could be it. Be quite doable. Maybe I'll do a bit of a weekend. Talking about challenges here. So yeah, so actually I suppose to give the background. So one of the things I think I struggle with, which is like I'm normally pretty chill about race cancellations and that. Had a lot of practice at them of late. And in the end, training's fun, but it's like gonna set each month just a bit of a target. Like an epic day, for want of a better term. Let's go have fun. So for January, looking at doing something either on the bike or on the pool. Might go on the bike, kind of where I'm at. So maybe we start off with 200k on the ZWIFTs. They're doing 160k next week. Ugh. See, but yeah. What season in? Training wise, yeah. Addy, sorry, mispronounced. So basically, yeah, base. So I actually hadn't worked with a coach or that for a while, but I've got somebody who's helping me out as of last year, just so I take a bit of the stress out of it, just for a bit of accountability. But yeah, so kind of very much base season. I wouldn't say I've never adhered to like full on everything is crazy base throughout this time, so I will do some intensity, but for the most part, yeah. So it's winter here. Main race is at end of July, so 6.5 months away, and then 7 months away. So just be a lot of this, but I will get some intensity in with racing. Yeah, no, definitely will be zone 2 or even a bit below. Yeah, this time normally a lot of my intensity would come from running with the local. We have some local race series here. That's January through March, 5K, 8K, things like that. So we'll see what actually holds on that front race wise. And I'd say like on the bike, trying to almost maybe do something like intense racing wise once a week. So ZRL or something like that. But yeah, no, I like the idea of, I've done 160 or 100 miles before on the bike here on ZWIFT, but haven't done 200. So, and then I also get intensity when I don't pay attention in group rides. But yeah, like this one has definitely been in the land of zone 2 or zone 1 even, but it's good. Yeah, my longest ride outdoors is I rode from Vancouver to a place in Washington State called Shelton. Did 340k in a day once. That was pretty spread out. That was with stops and everything. Longest ride on the bikes, 270k. I was talking a bit about before an event, Victoria, BC. So yeah. So I see I got a buddy I know through one of my online cycling clubs. He did 24 hours of ZWIFT a couple weeks ago. 21 hours ride time. That's nuts. Yeah, if I do something long, I think I got to work out. I think the key thing is here, like tonight, I haven't changed positions much. I think that's key. Because otherwise, you just essentially, when you're outdoors, you can stand up, you can coast, you can do a whole lot of things. Whereas, nice. Yeah, gravel's like, I know, it's awesome. Like, how big it's getting. I haven't actually done that. I had a single speed gravel bike because where I live is flat in Vancouver, but I think I want to pick one up. So yeah, there's so much like cool. I've done a few gravel rides where I've borrowed bikes, like events, and they're fun. And that's the main thing, even with the 200k thing. It's like just going to be simulating time on the bike. Good thing with 200k is there's actually a few group rides that do it. So I might target something like that. Okay, now I'm trying to work out where is Trans-Canada Trail, where is 40k straight. I'm intrigued now, trying to guess. Well, I don't really know much past is that in BC, like interior, or is that somewhere else? Or it could be anywhere in the Trans-Canada Trails across the country. My only guess was, well, that wouldn't be that straight. Actually, no, maybe it would be. Down, if it is in, my only guess would be in BC, would be, what's it called? Not Blackrock, but kind of between there and Christina Lake. That road's pretty... Ottawa. Well, yeah, it's only about 2,500k off. I've heard like Ottawa and all that's like got nice riding. I do have like back of my head, I don't know when, but I would like to do the ride across Canada one day. But if that trail opens up, just talk about more and more of that being set up like without the road sections through the prairies, and that would be far more inviting than playing with cars. That's awesome. Yeah, so where I am in BC here, I got a I like in Steveston, you can get like after 5 minutes I can go farm roads for about 40k, or is it 35k? Actually it's about 40k, yeah, it's 40k, and then back the same way and relatively quiet. They kind of like urbanish farm roads, but it's yeah, no, I like this. That's the one thing, like, I think actually, like, to ride, base yourself out in Ottawa a lot, like, so much good riding there for a trip from what I've heard and seen. Also, like, East Coast, like Nova Scotia, all that. I reckon that'd be fun. Problem in BC, depending where you are, there's like normally there's not actually that many roads. So there's not as many. If you know where to go, it's fine, but there's not always back roads. Yeah, I think the across Canada, maybe that'll be in maybe 8 more years. When the kids are a bit older, take a bit of a longer break or sabbatical from working. Okay to go. Better say thanks to the leaders. Admire you, Skedmar. It's French. I'm a really bad Canadian growing up in Australia, but let's have a look. See what Google tells me. There's also a goal here. Ah, oh, yikes. That's something really bad Canadian. It's Canada's motto. Alright, there we are. I've learned something today. Must have missed out on my citizenship test. One of my actual, I don't know, I gotta set, I feel like longer term goals, but one would be to learn enough French to at least not get freaked out when I hit somebody's voicemail, and then if I go to Montreal to be able to at least get recognized that I can't speak it very well, and then switch to English. So I think I just gotta set a date. Something I would rather do is like in-person classes, all that. Yes. No, I went there for the F1 GP in 2019. It was like, it's just amazing how people can switch between languages, so everywhere. But yeah, so, but I'd like to do it as like a in-person class or something, trying to get some community, or at least like an organized online class versus just an app. Because otherwise it's like in Vancouver, like you're not going to use it. Okay to go. This has been a good way to get in the miles today. Thank you for the company. Well, yeah, Mandarin and Cantonese. So I live in Steveston, but we're part of the city of Richmond, and it is, I think, about 45 or 50%. It's like first language is either Mandarin or Cantonese. That might be a bit more practical, but really like to I know. Just having been in Canada 16 years, being a citizen now 5, I think. It'd be nice enough to just be able to half hold a conversation. And that way then I'd most really know more than the CEO of Air Canada. For those who saw that news. And I do actually work with here and there with a few people in Quebec, so it'd be nice to at least do some basic conversation. Maybe I ought to set that as the goal for let's say start it this year. Start the process this year. So yeah, if I do it, I'd love to do some in-person or group environment. And kids are learning it a little at school, so it means I can keep up. Yeah, no, it was a bit of a pointless drama, but it's also, I'd say, you're a CEO of the, essentially the national airline. You've got to have some awareness. You can't be proud of that fact that you it's stringing out here. Yeah, I know. A lot about like that. It's just about like being aware, right? Like that, especially for a company like that, which is it's based in Montreal. So. Oh, so we've learned something here of the we've learned the Canada's motto in Latin. So that's good. Let's see if I can actually pronounce it. Ad mari usque ad mari. I'm going to ask my kids if they know that tomorrow. That can be the Strava ride title. I'm not going to do much in terms of bonus here because it is late enough for me today, but thank you for everyone who's watched along. I'm going to see if there's anyone else actually out in the streaming world. Normally by this time Europe's woken up. With Europe waking up, we got Bike Life. There. They're having a good ride, so we'll give them a follow. Play's interested, gonna take a party across to the other streamer here on that once we hit the time. Oh, let's catch up though. Last little. Yeah, I haven't eaten enough in this ride. So I'm gonna have to have a late dinner. You gonna make the finished group here or not? Could this be sub 240? There we are. We're back on it. yeah, thanks for everyone for Sean, thanks for keeping me entertained in the chat, Addy. Much appreciated. And hope everyone had a good night, morning, day, whatever it is. And there we are, 100K done. And we're gonna raid across the bike life. Adele, sorry. Sorry about that. Had the L in the eye. And then my Australian accents.